Nsem-Pii
live from the Criminal Division of the Accra High Court. Eho and Richard Jakpa Ogusua or say in the case say poto el court ho. Obinim say Nsema Pennyfo can say he who the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. He who the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. And no be na Eto Richard Jakpa dia Nsem-Pii intimi. But live report, I say he is now implicating a lot of NDC gurus. I feel so or sound so implicating on one kasane ho. We and Obuobisa say waiting na Attorney General request say Mahama her ladyship Justice Efia Sewa Saribuchi should grant them not less than 6 hours of cross-examination. He say no could be brave or no more. She Richard Jakpa ni mfunu mwane ni mfimwa na sami jemfi ani NDC fubi tata nechi epese nka ode ni nyina eko ene Richard Jakpa atunenum to say ebra the office of the Attorney General any state prosecutors ya establish a prima facie case against him and have so case atoforcing say no kreni judge na jatum say nsem bi wo ho a omo anka ni yi yumadi bi wo ho a omo ani ni yi letters of credit omo issue a omo yan irrevocable afi so ambulance se beduru first 30 consignment beduru ya na declared unfit for purpose and am be ankasa ono Japan ko to ambulance free ni kwan se ono ko to no momra no mo machirim Richard Jakpa say a brand trial judge and this declaration e betu Japan o say kwa no Richard Jakpa no trim ene na komemu ene wo mo no mo din komo no ka kire mo se no he has declared war on the Attorney General. Yes, when in Nsem Jakpa sitting in the docket on the Etuja Ewo High Court and say he has declared war on the Attorney General. Nyamama say Jakpa ene ono ankasa de wofa yoni kolendi hihye ho ema Attorney General ko pie mu fie ho no mo afin so ono a hye da frɛ ne phone so hye keka nsɛm bi say ko be ya na Attorney General ano afom so nhyiranka urade say Attorney General ano amfom ama the trial judge jitum say wan tin ba bia Attorney General can be ni new kinds of can. Richard Jakpa has confessed say Attorney General ya we me establish case dit ano and na man who ye na bufu a why na adwen say kwan bia no oko for me he will not go down alone. He will make sure he drags the Attorney General Godfred Yeboadame down with him into muddy waters. Na because he be a beka onu Japan no e bi nso aka no we na manfo busa say tina case leak tape hu sensem by yen hu say anche bia no no a chase by Attorney General da no person implicate no intini engineering free the office of Attorney General NDC for so mu den say na ni nyina plot bi o plot we with trim na agin say dwumadi say e no ba be di e de agu Attorney General ho fi anso ha wasanso abo NDC for mi no din say former finance minister set Tekwe afi so amabo sheri ayiti anon so Ministry of Health o se sangovo emi no omo so ka ho bi ambulance case omo ka ho bi pa enti ye ne so no ye toto na no ye no cross examination na o ke kan nsem na ye Ghana for say bi ono nko na abo Ghana for ka nipa mienu a omo so ka ho e wo se be bi omo hye bi e hwehwe omo na omo so no ye do mbegina ho ne ebusebusa omo adekudie nti a sa ambulance na ensem fata no ebe pie mu ma Ghana mu ha e ma Ghana boka 2.37 million euros. What's say Tekwe any sharia ite omoka ho. Now let me quote the exact words of Richard Jakpa. Or say set Tekwe and sharia ite were evil. They sabotaged the ambulance project. Richard Jakpa now on Tuesday the examination she so they also NDC ni di travel fruma. Now papa eka NDC kdes ho PNDC era na wujinem 1979 AFRC 4 ekwa ko yijari edi free fiase bo achija no mkeka ho na papa kan ko fom ko yini free fiase ho afi you have said under the PNDC administration Emma Rollins cry promotive edo ko kan 64 battalion infantry ho okay kan sani ma we nyina show you say you are directly linked with the NDC afi die Jakpa gina court to say NDC former appointees mienu se Tekwe any sharia ite omu ye nipa bonefo adwen papa ni omu trim Esan say they sabotage the ambulance project. On Tuesday, Richard Jakpa can say Honorable Kwakwajima Menu, no, nada go for appointing as health minister. Mum and a catcher and say, NPP are baby. Omo buying so be pay businessmen bia, omo so be procure ambulances, papa. Edi abesum oma Ghana for enti enya de omo ambulance na akokra de free Dubai no. Omo be use no. Na mo ma akokra cars papa de free Germany. Aye hunu say ampampa the ambulance have arrived and they are working. And nay Richie Jakpa as adane na no say afi de enye Kwakwajima Menu bi. Na emum ese tekwe ene honorable Sherry Ayite. Omo mienu mum ena ekoko yeye ema ambulance ya Nsem-Pii itima be pii mu e wo man Ghana mu ha. And you know, it leaves a lot of room for questions. Richie Jakpa testimony I will give you. He is mentioning a lot of names. Justice Yoni Kolen, Supreme Court, Nyambebem, Akoboko Kwajima Menu di ene or the Setekwe, any Sharia ite di abemu. Yabekaya, Sansen Semia Ena another former health minister, Alexander Yao Sebefia. He decided yesterday he is not going to testify in this ongoing ambulance case. He said, oh no. Ambulance need can be PM or my God and obey say the ambulance are not fit for purpose. Now when the mode now they would rather suit the purpose of a commercial vehicle and say if I'm going to trotro and yetimi and far and sa Ghana for moyare and now moye in any emergency situation. Now cross examination egusu also led by Director of Public Prosecutions Mrs. Yvonne Atakra Obuobisa, backed up by the able learned Attorney General Godfred Yeboah and his deputy Alfred Yeboah, ongoing at the Criminal and Financial Division of the Accra High Court. Nsem-Pii TV yason editor form the better form bia yebama swati now yan court nkonko tie live report in the free ehonomo eba.
Let's move on to the High Court in Accra, where it is expected to decide on the possible admission of 68 WhatsApp messages sent by Richard Jakpa, the third accused in the ongoing ambulance procurement trial, to Attorney General Godfred Dame, along with the ages to responses. During proceedings on Tuesday, June 18, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Yvonne Atakra Obuobisa, highlighted the substantial number of messages sent by Jakpa compared to the limited responses from the Auditor General. Jakpa admitted that the messages presented in court did not encompass the entire conversation but were selected based on their relevance to his case. The attempt by the DPP to submit the WhatsApp conversation faced objections from Jakpa's counsel, who urged that the defense required additional time to thoroughly review the messages. Justice Ifia Sewa Asari Botre then sought input from Dr. Bamba, counsel for the first accused, regarding objections to the submission. Dr. Bamba objected, citing the lack of color printing in the document, which surprised the judge as the printout provided by Mr. Jakpa also lacked color. Following these objections, the court instructed the DPP to defer the submission of the messages until the defense had adequate time to examine them, scheduling this review for today's session. Now, my colleague Jeffrey Atipo is at the High Court and gives us more details on that. Jeffrey, good afternoon. Welcome to the program. What can you tell us this afternoon as to what's happening at the High Court?
All right, that's more good afternoon to you as well. So, as we speak now, in some few minutes, proceedings will begin at the High Criminal Court, Financial Court 2 of the Accra High Court, where this ambulance trial is ongoing. Mind you that, I mean, just as we mentioned earlier, there has been some confusion during the last sitting when the team of Attorney General sought to put out some questions which the third accused person, Richard Jakpa, who is in the box, answering those questions were feel uncomfortable, leading to some interjections. And I mean, it was just full of confusion the other day on Tuesday. But we're looking forward to today because just before the judge adjourned the proceedings on Tuesday, he actually cautioned, or advised the legal team members of the third accused, Richard Jakpa, to advise him because Richard Jakpa the other day felt uncomfortable about some of the questions that were being put to him, particularly when it has to do with his time at the military, because the Attorney General's camp at the DPP, Director of Public Prosecution, who was actually the one answering asking the question on that day, sought to suggest to Richard Jakpa that, I mean, he was sacked from the military because of misconduct. I mean, since that question was posed to him or that suggestion was made to him, Richard Jakpa decided to answer, give details as to what exactly transpired during the time when he was in the military until he left that camp. So it became a lot of confusion where he sought to explain. But the judge, Justice Nsem-Pii, always interjects, citing a waste of time. But Richard Jakpa also wants to express himself to get the Attorney General know that he wasn't stuck based on bad conduct, but because of issues that he had with certain personalities within the military at the time.
Okay.
So as we speak now, I mean, I want to say that I must say proceedings may have begun for now because the time is 12 o'clock and Justice Nsem-Pii doesn't miss her time. The moment it's 12 o'clock, she hits the ball rolling. So as we speak, all of them are in there, the Attorney General and his team, the counsel for Honorable Atu-Forson and Richard Jakpa and the rest are all in there.
Okay.
Members of Parliament from the minority side are in the courtroom as we speak right now. A number of them are here today as well. I mean, they are just leaving their decision not to partake in any parliamentary business anytime their leader, Honorable Dr. Atu-Forson, is in court. So they are in there. I've cited Honorable Gizela Tete. I've seen Honorable Commander Donko. The deputy minority leader, Emmanuel Kofi is always around. So a number of them are in there. So we're waiting. One thing that Honorable Jakpa raised the other day is the fact that he wants the Attorney General himself to ask questions. I mean, those questions that the DPP sought to be asking, he wants the Attorney General himself to ask him those questions so that he can give him answer. But I don't know if that's going to happen today. Who is going to be leading the charge today in terms of asking the questions? I don't know yet. But when I get in there, obviously, I'll get viewers updated.
All right, thank you very much, Jeffrey Atipo. That's my colleague at the Accra High Court following that particular case, and we'll bring us more details of that this afternoon. And you're still watching news.
Be the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.